All right, how about this? The Drew League in L.A., the new Rockets teammates James Harden and Chris Paul playing for L.A. Unified. Dwayne Wade was there to check it out, and the guys sort of went back and forth playing point guard. James Harden drops that one in on the assist from CP3. They're just getting warmed up here. Later, Chris Paul posting baseline, the cutting James Harden for the bucket, and then Harden feeding Chris in return. There you go. Nicely done. Harden had 27 points. There's some NBA players in this. Tim Hardaway Jr. being worked by Harden here. Step back. Thank you very much on the roll. Later, we're doing some running. Harden comes flying down. Yes. So it's, it's the summer. It's the Drew League. Not a tremendous amount of defense here. Paul pulling Jordan Bell out and knocking down the three. This is kind of interesting. So Harden and Chris Paul basically getting acquainted with each other by playing on the same team in the Drew League. And LA Unified, it wins by 2 over hometown favorites. For more on the Drew League, we're joined by the undefeated's Mike Wise. What did you make of these two guys sort of decided, let's get together in the summer, we'll play on a team in the Drew League, and we'll get to know each other?
This is tremendous. I can't be more excited if I'm an NBA fan. I mean, I can't imagine those people pay more than a couple bucks, and it's standing room only. Basketball almost has this barnstorming baseball quality to it, where, the Whammers in the pasture and Roy Hobbs Jr. is up at bat, and you don't really see them until they get to the NBA or whatever. And so it really, there's something, I don't know, I like it. I love it on so many levels. Yes, none of those guys are fighting for jobs, you could tell. It's not like the NBA Summer League. But nonetheless, you get this feel of just natural basketball in the summer, and it goes to the point that the NBA has become a year-round sport.
It really is. It stays in the headlines. Of course, what do you make of what we've seen this summer? How would you describe this NBA offseason, Mike?
Well, first of all, to backtrack just a little bit, I'm shocked that neither CP3 nor James Harden complained about how much they got the ball. Both of them dominate the ball. But no, for me, and being an old hoops junkie, I love it because there's been so many storylines. There's been so many. It doesn't matter. It's depending on what LeVar Ball does, depending on what Lonzo Ball does. Irrespective of Phil Jackson getting fired in the offseason was huge news. I mean, there's been a day, almost every day, where you can't measure what's going to happen in the NBA summer. I would agree with a lot of people, David. The NBA summer, the offseason summer, has been more interesting than the playoffs.
Yeah, in a lot of ways, it sure has, and we're still waiting. Is Melo going to be traded? What about Kyrie?
Yep.
All that stuff going on, and then. So we have the Drew League in Los Angeles, and then, of course, you've got the Big Three, this Ice Cube product where 3-on-3s are going on it. Allen Iverson, who is really the rainmaker in Ice Cube's league, a no-show for his game yesterday. I'm just trying to picture the conversation between Ice Cube and Allen Iverson about what happened here. What do you make of all of this?
Well, fortunately, Suge Knight is not involved. I believe he's out of the picture at the moment. But nonetheless, AI was your meal ticket. He was your meal ticket. He was the guy that you wanted to sell this league. Now, obviously, I would be more positive about it if we had the network rights, the Big Three, but we don't. So I have to tear this down. In all sincerity, I think I talked to a guy who actually works with Big Three players. I know him very well. He's from this area. He told me off the record, he said, we knew AI was going to have one no-show. We're just surprised it hasn't been 2 so far.
He's not playing that much, I don't think. He's sort of a bit figure on his team, but he's certainly, he brings in the crowds when he shows up.
Allen Iverson is a little drawing card, even if he's a player coach. If he's on the sidelines, he's that guy. Like kids still walk up to Allen Iverson and go, "Wow, you're not much taller than me. I can do that too." And so you look. If Allen is watching this, just go to wherever they are next week because they need you. The kids need to see you, even at this age.
Do it for the kids? Is that what you're saying, Mike?
Exactly.
Do it for the
kids. On, Al. Come on. Hey, Ice Cube is not Larry Brown. I mean, are we talking about an NBA game? Are we talking about a Big Three game?
They don't have practice in the Big Three. I don't believe. Right. I haven't checked the calendar there. Okay, so all these off-season events, Summer League, Drew League, Big Three, which one's success has surprised you the most? Because they're all doing pretty well.
Yeah, no, I think the NBA Summer League, the fact that they would get those kind of crowds in Las Vegas and just sold out. And to see, for instance, Lonzo Ball and De'Aaron Fox play a summer league game with the Kings with a lot of guys that are essentially going to be looking for other work outside of basketball. But the notion that these young players are so fun to watch and there's such dynamic and boyish enthusiasm going on right now, I think the summer league, the way it's taken off, is impressive.
Yeah, they had a good run, that's for sure. Mike Wise from the Undefeated. We're talking practice. We're talking summer basketball here on the last day of July. Thanks, Mike.